While the negotiations continue, both sides continue to trade air and missile strikes against each other. Israel bombed multiple targets in Tehran over the weekend, while Iran hit Israel and Persian Gulf countries. One possible strike caused a major fire at an Israeli oil refinery. Holly Williams is in Tel Aviv with more. Hey, good morning, Holly.
Good morning, Matt. Well, President Trump insisted yesterday that negotiations with Iran are going well, and he claimed that Iran had allowed another 20 oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz as a, quote, sign of respect. But Iran is still issuing fierce warnings against any U.S. ground forces setting foot on its territory.
A spokesman for Iran's Revolutionary Guards didn't mince words, vowing that any American ground troops who enter Iran will be taken captive, dismembered, and end up as food for the sharks in the Persian Gulf. Even as Iran's pummeled by the US and Israel, it's still fighting back with missile and drone strikes, including an Iranian attack on a base in Saudi Arabia, where at least 12 American service members were injured on Friday. These images appear to show that a US military surveillance aircraft costing hundreds of millions of dollars was also hit. There's been no official confirmation from the Pentagon. At the dispatch centre for Israel's National Emergency Service, they told us their first responders are now contending with damage from Iranian cluster bombs.
What we hear in the last 50 years is that they want to wipe Israel off the world. Israel is now, they say, listen, I'm willing to undergo these hard conditions, spending time in shelter, knowing that my kids and my grandkids will have better future.
Other Israelis disagree. Hundreds protested against the war on Saturday night, and at least 13 were arrested.
The war is a good idea, but you have to have an endgame strategy.
Oded Ilam is the former head of the counter-terrorism division of Mossad, Israel's intelligence service. He told us the Trump administration underestimated Iran's response.
They do not understand the culture. They do not understand the fundamentalism way of thinking.
Is it fair to say that for the Iranian regime, if they manage to survive this war, in their minds, that will be a victory?
Absolutely. You shouldn't think like a real estate mogul or tycoon from New York. You have to think different.
The Houthis, an Iran-backed militia group in Yemen, have now entered this conflict, firing missiles at Israel. Now, with energy prices already soaring because of this war, it's worth remembering that the Houthis control territory adjacent to the Red Sea. That's another critical waterway for carrying oil, much like the Strait of Hormuz. And the Houthis have a history of hijacking and attacking ships there. You may remember that they did it during the war in Gaza. Matt.
And Holly, of course, the Red Sea leads to the Suez Canal, and about 15% of all global shipping goes through there. Thank you, Holly.